right. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. New look, same show. Great info and content coming your way and community involvement, of course. This is Beard Advice Live, where we go live every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And when I say we, I'm talking about the person right here, myself, Dancy Beard, and the beautiful gentleman below me, the mayor, a.k.a. Steve. Steve, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, guys. I'm coming to you from Dauphin Island, Alabama today. I want to show you a little bit about where I'm doing my stream from. You guys can check out the window here. I just kind of in the parking lot. This is my sister-in-law's family's place. They let us stay. And, believe it or not, it is a little tough to get a signal out here. Good signal.
Yes.
The spot we found. Also a quiet place to do a live stream.
Right. And yes, be patient with us, of course. We are both kind of going off of some cellular Wi-Fi translated, a little hookup from the mayor, but I think we're good. And I am in Ludington, Michigan, if anybody's familiar. And I'm in my truck because, I don't know if you guys can see at my window over here, it is raining. And there is the potential of upwards of 80-mile-per-hour wind tonight where we are staying. And there's literally a tent right next to us. So you may hear some rain. You may hear some breakup with the internet. We're going to do our best. This, I believe, is the last Wednesday that I'll be doing remotely. So I'll be at least hosting in the studio. There may be a week where the mayor is in or out, but we'll get that all covered as we go through. So we're definitely going to stay safe. We should be good in the RV, and the truck isn't going anywhere. And I got a power outlet, but this is us. We still have some absolutely awesome information for you guys tonight. And we wouldn't miss this. Like I said, we literally wouldn't miss this for vacation, whether it's Alabama, Michigan, family. This is a priority for us and something that we need to be fully honest here. And this show, let's start off with the actual basis of this and what this is. Mayor, what is Beard Advice Live? What is this? Episode 42.
Somewhere around there, yeah. So Beard Advice Live is a pretty simple concept. We kind of grew into this, but essentially, guys all across this great country, across this world, in fact, sometimes need help, maybe don't know where to ask or whatever for how do I make my beard look like this? Is this a reasonable goal for me? I've been having this problem. Any kind of questions that are beard related, they send them into beardadvicelive@gmail.com. They give us a couple pictures if that's what we're talking. We're usually talking about some pictures. Photographs are always helpful, like a front picture, a side picture, and just tell us what your question is. Share those, and send those in, and we will talk about them live. We got a good 15 or so today, Dan?
Yep. We have a really good amount tonight. Some really awesome ones. Just added an update in the last minute here that I'm super excited to show you guys. I think we start the show with that one. So it's going to be an awesome one. And if you guys don't mind, please make sure you hit the thumbs up and like the stream right now. I know oftentimes people forget, so it's just a kind reminder. This does stay up. It is a playlist. So if you are on the show, you want to come back to show your barber or just read the comments or revisit it, this will be up and live. And also, when you guys hit the thumbs up, that just helps out the algorithm. It's not just a saying that YouTubers say. It actually is true. So that is appreciated. And outside of helping this beard advice, which I cannot say how valuable this is, I get to hear from the stories from guys afterwards and how it's changed their beard and their confidence. It's powerful, man. When somebody becomes confident in their beard and they look better with their beard, they feel better about their beard, it can truly change their life. And I don't say that lightly. It really can. So outside of that, we do have a couple of traditions that are over 2 years old now because we had a show before Beard Advice Live on Wednesday nights, and we've carried those traditions over. One of them is we drink Mountain Dew. Now, I tried to find something unique, and at Walmart, they had the Shark Bite Mountain Dew, but only 0 sugar. Now, does it only come in 0 sugar?
I don't know.
Because we scoured everywhere. So
what's the Shark Bite flavor?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Salt water and zinc, maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, I just had traditional.
Nice. I went with a Code Red type of night just because it sounded the best. I just thought it looked amazing, and so I grabbed the Code Red to make it happen. I do have some water here. It's a little Culver's cup. Sam wanted Culver's before the show, so I dropped the boys in bed, went and got her Culver's, and came back for the show here. And then the second thing that we do is we eat meat. We like jerky. We like some we like some dehydrated meat here. And what I'm going with today is the original. The original.
Ooh.
I got the hot. I've got a couple other brands, but this one, it was just calling me. It calls me. Moana reference for you guys.
Bacon jerky. Bacon jerky.
Oh.
Jack links to bacon. I'll tell you what, there's not a lot of choices out here on the island. And to get in, there's like a gas station and a kind of grocery store, and that's it. That's it.
Mm.
Then you got
and for the people coming in right now, Mayor, where are you located currently?
Dauphin Island, Alabama.
Okay.
Mobile Bay, off of Mobile Bay. We did a Civil War tour this morning with my brother. Went down. It was pretty cool, pretty neat place to see. I don't know. It's awesome. The day before that, we did a 50th anniversary trip with my parents. We went out and basically they were showing us how they shrimp and how they use nets to catch stuff, and whatever they caught, we could see handle. But one of the coolest things was you could also throw the extra fish that you caught off, and it was we were getting all sorts of dolphins. We were like dolphins off the side of the boat.
Wow.
So, I've never had that experience. It was crazy. There was one, literally you'd throw it in and he'd like eat it, and then he'd like come up and spray you. He knew the game. That was George.
Wow. That's super cool. So we went to the beautiful Ludington Beach. We've gone to the pool. Tomorrow we're doing Michigan Adventure. It's like a theme park, roller coasters and stuff, amusement park. But the coolest thing about my trip so far, and I could have spent hours more, and I probably spent too much time, but our neighbors up until this morning were the most amazing older couple. I say that loosely. They're not super old, but older than me, older than Sam and I couple. And they were so cool. The husband's name is Vafa, and they are from Mississippi, but they just bought a house in Michigan, and they are camping all over. And he got his PhD in he invented a method back in the late 60s, early 70s of increasing the oil yields in sunflower seed oil.
Wow.
I had never had a cooler moment when I busted out my Dancy Bearded Sunflower Seed Oil Carrier Oils 101 video. He about lost his mind. His wife was like, you guys are going to be here for a while. I'm going to go get some food. And she left because she knew we were going to talk forever. And he's of Persian descent and is like helping writing like Persian history and stuff. He has multiple degrees. Really, really fascinating guy. And I was able to talk about Persian history for him. He started talking. He's like, oh, yeah, Xerxes did this. I was like, oh, built the floating bridge across the Hellespont. And he was like, what? You know about that? They teach that here? And I was like, yeah, I teach it. It was so unbelievably cool to hear from him. He had left. He was from Iran, and he came here for his PhD. And when he was here, the Iranian hostage crisis was happening. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he was not allowed to come back to Iran because he was working with America and helping with all this stuff. And they told him if he comes back, he would be killed. I was like, whoa. So just, man, and I could go on for probably an hour tonight telling stories about this guy. And I'm excited to connect with him in the future. Super interesting human. One of my favorite things about camping is meeting just people from all walks of life. I'll talk to a tree. You know, I'll start a conversation with anybody. When I was getting Culvers, there was a young kid working. He was like, great beard, man. I wish I could grow one. I was like, funny you say that. Let me help you. And so it's really, really doing well here. So we're going to get this show started. Welcome, everybody. I appreciate you all being here. We were not able to say hello to everyone, but I'm reading every single comment. So I appreciate every single one of you, especially those of you that comment. That helps out the show and really brings kind of a community vibe. To begin with here, what's everybody got in beard today? What company, what scent, what products? Mayor, start us off. What's in beard for you?
I actually have Kauai from Chesapeake CBD
today.
Oh, it's a great island scent.
Nice. S. Lopez, yeah, I would say for me, I mean, it depends how purist you want to be, but for me, a beard is just a general term for facial hair. More coverage is usually considered more of a beard, but I absolutely consider a goatee a beard. So yes, if we're talking about beard advice, we give advice on goatees all the time. For me, and happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy. For me, what I have in beard today is Defined Beard Co. I'm blanking on the scent because it's been a long day right now, but Defined Beard Co. King's Bounty, the floral scent. I love it. It's one of my camping scents. It's just a really, really good one. All right, how's that bacon jerky, man? I've never tried that one.
It's good. It just pretty much
Is
tastes
it?
like up bacon. Yeah.
Because
Like
I've
a little,
never really been impressed with Jack Links. I've never had Jack Links and been like, dang, this is the one.
yeah, no, I was hoping to find some local something flavor for sure,
Right.
but I was unable. Just didn't have my ducks in a row enough to like be shopping out there. You know, there's just not enough time. You guys go on vacation with family and kids and all that, and there's not a lot of time for dad and dad's jerky for his live stream. We've all been there.
There's almost no time.
Right.
But it's okay. It's worth it. It's worth it. All right.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to start the show, and I believe the first slide, you guys, is an update. Prepare yourselves for this update because I'm almost positive this is the update. It's either the update or we start with a funny one. And this is what this show is all about. I don't know if there's a better image to be able to summarize here. Essentially, we had a gentleman on the show last week, and we gave the advice of a transparency trim. Well, he did the trim and sent it in today, and we added it to the show to show you guys here. This would have 100% made my video of addition by subtraction, where a lot of guys got to realize doing a trim can make your beard look fuller, make it look bigger. Literally, you can have a better beard by subtracting some of your beard. So this is so that Paul says they're secretly in the same car, right? That would be a show. The mayor's just on the other side. Plot twist.
Big car.
So this is what it is all about from Mr. Trent. Trent, are you in here tonight? Because everybody, once again, his beard is fuller. His beard is just so much better. Nothing wrong with the prior one, right? But so much better than before. Look at that. Like, your beard, it seems like your beard literally gets thicker. It seems like there's more, when you like cut some out, that like density comes out of nowhere. Trent's in here right now. Trent, man, thank you so much for sending in. Thank you for the update. That is exactly what it's about.
I just want to add, like, look at his face. His trim face is like, yeah. Yeah. He knows.
Yep.
Like, I love it when they just know. It's like, this is gonna be, and it looks fantastic. Very well done, well executed. Not much width. I mean, honestly, like a fast look. Like, seriously, is the guy with the bigger beard is the one that has the trim beard. And I like, turn my head and look at it because it's just like so much more purpose, like styled and just thick. And there's no like, I don't miss those. I don't miss the little stragglers. I think that was a complete example of addition by subtraction.
And I think it's a perfect example of the squint test, right? If you don't know what we mean by the squint test, you physically squint your eyes. Now look at the before on the left. You can see the transparency. When you squint, like, okay, there's the body. Now look at the right. When you squint and you see the right, you're like, okay, there's a super full beard there. You release the squint, same beard. There is nothing else to take off, nothing else to adjust. So good. Man, I really, really like what he did. It looks much longer. And yeah, Michael Cribbs, same kind of thing. Like, it's so cool to see these updates. And one of the reasons I ask you guys to hit the thumbs up, to share this, to get the information out there, is think about how many beards that we can help and literally save. Now, I know that'll sound dramatic to some people, but how many people will see this, adjust their beard, and they're like, you know what? I'm actually going to keep it this year, and I'm going to roll through it. I do believe this show has the ability to help everyone that has facial hair, whether it's just confirmation that you're doing it right, you're rocking it, or maybe we give you an outside perspective you didn't think of. But usually, I think almost always, it's just like reassuring that little thought that's in your head. Like, man, I think it's probably time for a transparency trim, but I'm not sure. And then we get in there, we're like, oh, easy, do this line right here. Boom, you're good to go. And then they're like, yep, they were right. And it just reassures you to do what you had already thought about. So getting this out to more people, man, I really think has the ability, especially once we get into like the fall and No Shave November and the winter, is let's get some guys on the right start rather than starting with bad products, bad habits, bad things like today's video on Hairspray, right? Let's get them on the right road. And this is a perfect example of, man, that's a killer beard.
You know, and that's I've been plugging this a couple weeks now, but honestly, guys are on the fence about if you want to have a great beard during No Shave November, you got to start now. You want to have something that not great. I mean, it's not going to be epic, but you know, if you're getting on that road or have a couple buddies to do it every year, why not start a couple months early? See where you can get with 3 months rather than 1.
Yeah. Yep.
Never heard.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. Okay. And Beard Swag says, when I did mine, it was great to have my bride involved. Great bonding moment for my beard journey. Very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I would never have Sam involved on on my trims. I think I would get too angry with it, but I'm just kidding, not angry. But that's so cool. Hey, Gary, boys had their first snow cone today. I see yours. Hey, thank you. They did. They'd never had a snow cone before. Some kid had a little stand set up at the campground. And I was like, sure, dudes, let's go get some snow cones. Of course, they were off the wall and loved it. So it was, it was pretty cool experience to see their first snow cone. All right. And the next one, I don't think either of the people are here. So I'm going to do a super quick flyby and we'll probably come back. Actually, I'm just going to skip right through it. All right. So I'm going to skip right past it here and we'll come back to the second one in a little bit because there's a little brilliant method that I never thought about. I'm sleeping in the car. Yeah, right. No, Sam was good, guys. Sam was fine after the show on Monday. I didn't get put in penalty or anything like that. She was cool. Sam's cool as a cucumber.
What'd you do?
Several things. One, I was talking about poop very loudly in public, and I'm not kidding you guys. We have a tent right next to us. We have an RV right here. We've got cabins across from us. People walking by. And there was no shame in my game. I was throwing the poop talk out there like you wouldn't believe. So that embarrassed her. And then 2, a frog rolled up on our mat. I took a picture of it. She's terrified of frogs. So I sent her a picture of the frog. That didn't go well. And then the worst, Ron, the worst part of it all is I woke up Violet because I got really excited and got really loud.
Oh yeah, that's the deal breaker.
Yeah, I woke up Violet. So that part was really bad. And I got to meet Ron and his brother, which was so cool. And he was like, every show we time how long it takes for you to get to poop. And on Monday, it was like 67 minutes or something ridiculous. And he said 17 minutes today, much better. All right. So thank you. At least we got the poop talk going nice and early. All right, I'm going to keep an eye out for this other slide here. But let's go ahead and move on to our next one. All right, and if you are in here, please leave a comment, and we'd like to highlight to show who's here. And then, Mayor, if people they saw that trim, they're like, dude, I need something like that. How do they go about getting on this show for next week or the following weeks, Mayor?
So how would they you broke up a little bit on me. How do they send in for it?
Yep.
Okay. At beer, you just go. They would give me a couple shots of face or highlight you'll highlight a certain area. You'll see that this upcoming French fork is a great example of that. And then they they send that with a little description to beardadvicelive@gmail.com, and then we will get it in the show.
Okay. All right. And if I forget to unmute myself, guys, please just give me a little heads up, Mayor, and stuff. I would never take that as being rude. I try to mute myself when I'm eating my jerky because my mic is close to the face. So I don't know if it's like chomping and bumping out there. All right. But we have Spencer M. Mayor, you want to start out with this first long one?
Yeah. French fork help. So there you go. Spencer needs a little French fork help. Interesting. Just recently, Dan's getting his stuff oriented. It looks like he's maybe a little frozen right now. But I was just learning that French fork help. French forks a lot of times just have to do with whether you can grow hair on the Adam's apple or not. Are you back, Dan? It looks like you're back, maybe.
Yeah. I didn't know I left.
I don't know. It looked like you were frozen. I can't tell. You're very small tonight.
Yeah, that's all right. It makes the quality look better. All right. So yes, and the Mayor is exactly right. I think we actually talked about this last week. Oftentimes the French fork is because of the growth pattern around the Adam's apple. Now, this beard is on the very short side to be considered a French fork. There's almost no French forks that begin at that length. unless there is something that can be explained with this. It could be that, Spencer, if you're in here, please give us some feedback. Were you trimming your neckline? Was there something that was going on? Because when he shows the picture on the right here, let me get my fancy smancy pointer. It looks like we have the great pattern of growth on the chin, similar to yours, Mare. Kind of reminds me of that. And that there's something going on underneath there. So it is, I can't tell if it is something that is trauma created, right? Does he have a scar under there? Was there something that's preventing the growing? Or is it just that it's not properly styled, right? We see this missing spot. I get that. It's definitely not, it's definitely not a true French fork. And then this thought crossed my mind as well. Dominic said the chin hair is shorter. This would be extreme. There is definitely not trimming anything. It's all natural. Okay, so the truth is in here. Definitely not trimming anything. All natural. All right, so this would be extreme. If your chin is, and it doesn't appear that the chin is just shorter because this side has more than on this side here. So Spencer, this is definitely a unique submission. This isn't something that we see all the time. I do believe you can fix this with styling. Yep, I do believe that we fix this with styling here. Maybe we're reading it and he's looking to help on how to perfect the French fork. Could be. Truth, I'm assuming this is you, Spencer. Are you looking to hide the French fork? Are you looking to maximize the French fork? Give us some feedback. I'm going to go with the assumption that he's trying to get rid of the French fork. He doesn't like that spot on his beard. My main advice would be we got to get some different angles of styling. We got to get some heat going from underneath. We got to get some heat going from the side. We got to really mix it up. And then if it's still not going, the only way you would be able to fix that is to trim it even. That outside of styling or trimming, those are your only two options.
It reminds me a lot of mine. I don't have much as far as advice, but it reminds the way the chin kind of tucks in and like almost like it. Oh, mine always looks like an onion. It comes down to a point. He's got that same onion going. Yeah, I don't know. I think I agree with you, Dan, that I've never seen a French fork that short of a beard style. Usually it will come out. Honestly, it looks like masks are doing it. Like it looks like a mask with like an N95 or something was set in there. But like Dan said, for a couple of days, pay attention to your styling. See if there's not any kind of anything you can do to help that. Or if you've lost some, like you also said, is there any trimming that's happened here that would because it kind of like fades in? You know, I've never seen anything like that really.
No, this is, and it helps that he said it's not from trimming. And Paul says, looks like something missing versus growth issue. I agree. This would be a very abnormal growth issue. This is not something that seems in the realm of being even possible unless there's some kind of trauma, a scar, a burn, blunt force that damaged the follicles. Other than that, it's got to be some styling or a life issue, right? Maybe do you have something that your beard is resting on? Are you sleeping weird? Do you play the violin and you're catching your beard? There's got to be something there. So I guess our final advice would be play around with your styling, try different methods, and if it doesn't, your only option is going to be to trim it even. And the way that we do that, let me show you here, is you're just going to trim to where that beard is at. It would be almost identical to the mare's beard, right? You would just find that lowest point there and then create your lines going down on the side. And we do have a YouTube video. You can search like Dancy Bearded Business Beard Trim, and the mare shows how he trims his beard. So that would be the advice if you can't fix it with your styling. Would be the main ones there. And by the way, I do have to, let me go ahead and plug this real quick here. And I'm sorry, Vado. I'm sorry to a couple of others in the crowd right now that are they're going to be upset with this one, but I do have to show it. I'm not posting it on YouTube or anything, but I do want to show it on here. I have a giveaway that is ending tomorrow on Instagram. I know, Vado, I'm sorry. I know you don't have an Instagram, but it is for what is called The Five. It's a collaboration that comes out Friday morning at 10 a.m. And this is a collab of myself and then 4 other people. One of them being the CEO and owner of Detroit Grooming, Mike. And this collab looks like this. They are 1/2 ounce oils, all brand new scents, all brand new artwork. There's 5 in there. My logo's up at the top. That's kind of cut out. And on my Instagram giveaway, all you got to do is sign up. It's for free. You just have to, there's the rules on there. You don't have to tag anybody. You don't have to share it. You don't have to do any of that stuff. It's just to give back to the people that are supporting my channel, supporting the Instagram platform. Instagram is an important platform for me, so that's why I do a lot of things to try and build that up. That's where companies reach out. That's where a lot of people find beards and all this stuff. So it is on Instagram, guys. If you don't mind, hop on that. And as it says here, you can see on the screen, 10 a.m. on Friday. There's only 100 of these available. And please, if you do, use code DANC10. That saves you 10% off. So if you have any questions about the 5 or this collab, this sample pack that's going out from Detroit Grooming, I would really, really encourage you to reach out to me, send me a question, and then I would be happy to answer. DANC10 is what you're going to use for your discount code there. All right, so Instagram exclusive giveaway. Pop over there. I'm not going to answer it again, I'm not going to bring it up again. And Brian asked a question here. Let me put it up on the screen. Mr. BC says, where did this go? Does the mayor have Instagram? Yes, he does. It is actually listed on your screen right now. And the name of it is Mayor's Beard Journey. Mayor's Beard Journey. And then you're good to go to find him there. Hey, Molly, welcome on in. All right, let me remove the fake mayor. All right, how we doing, Mayor? All right, there he is. All right, so yes.
It may dip me out once in a while here. I don't know.
Yep.
But we're pretty.
Yep. No, we're good. We're golden. All right, Spencer, thank you for sending in. That one was a very, very unique one. So that, again, is always appreciated. Okay. Nope, nobody else here yet. Mayor crashed. Mayor's back. Mayor's back. Mayor, is your vehicle running?
Yeah, my vehicle's running.
Me too.
We're good. We're getting mobile. We're getting a thunderstorm down here too now in Mobile. All right, so are we next? Sometimes my screen's loading slow for that. Are you still showing Spencer's picture, Dan?
I'm still on Spencer. Yep, I'll kind of cue you and hit you on all these ones. And I normally don't even address this or bring it up, but I do find it kind of funny. Vado says we have 3 dislikes. That's pretty early on for having only 113 likes. There's about 30 of you in here right now that have not decided if you like or dislike the stream. Please consider leaving your feedback. It does help out. Even the likes help us out. But that's pretty good. I'm not quite sure why we got those 3 early dislikes, but hey, haters gonna hate. And I appreciate them. All right. Kicking to you, Mayor.
Let's play, playa. All right. General advice. Michael would like some general advice.
Okay. Pretty simple there. All right. So we got this one, and I would normally defer to you, Mayor, on this one first, but I'm going to start this one off just for one specific reason. And because of our split locations, I'm not sure exactly how well you can see this one, but I do want to just start off with my quick advice here, and I'm sure you probably can see, but I just want to be careful on this one. Is clearly great beard, great color, great coverage, but what I would like to see is if you look really closely, you got the real nice line, boom, boom, strong beard, but there are a bunch of random flyaways right here. I'm about to sneeze. Caught that one just in time. Nobody wants to hear that. But there are these flyaways right here. I would love to just simply see you clean these up. Just get a buzzer. It's going to be one of the easiest things to touch up ever. You're just going to go underneath it, kind of buzz through it real quick. And you're going to have a very purposeful, very stylish beard. And it's going to set you up to grow your beard out evenly and better than ever as it goes through. So that's what I just wanted to touch on real quick, because it may be hard to see. I'm not exactly sure on this if you guys are able to see it. But right here, we do have just some random flyaways, and that's a very, very simple trim.
I think it's and for me, I would say it's a great beard. I know you're talking about the flyaways. We're literally splitting hairs if we get into too much else on this stuff. Because I think the shape is great. My challenge, my challenge would just be to embrace that mustache a little bit, let that fill out a little bit more if it's possible. I think it's pretty natural growth. But excellent beard. Not a lot of advice that I would have for that one.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. And I have not seen any frogs yet. Thank you for those that are worried and asking. No frogs yet. And one thing I would add, Michael, as the last thing is your cheek line natural right here? If so, no worries. Don't even think about it. If it's not, consider letting that cheek grow out a little bit so we have more of a straight line rather than the dip down. But again, that's only if it's just natural there. Mayor on the same, me and the mayor on the same page on stash. Look how far he is. Nice, Paul. Nice. All right. And Steve says, newest to the channel, would love to get a Dancy bearded hat. So Steve, let me show you guys something real quick here. And I'll put a link. It's not going to let me show you guys. All right. Well, I'll be able to kind of go through some stuff here. All right. So let me hit you with this real quick, Steve. Oh, where's your comments go? Hey, Captain Stash. And my wife, we are on vacation right now, camping. But my wife runs an Etsy page called Beauty and the Beard MI. And she has all of our merchandise, all of our swag there. She actually has over 1,200 sales, 5-star rated. And you can see the page here. I'll put a link in the chat. We are going to be doing hats. We are officially doing hats now and forever as seasonal drops. We're going to do 4 hat drops a year. Next one will be our fall drop, followed by a winter. And then if you know your seasons, you can go and order there. So we're going to do 4 hat drops a year, limited quantities. We want to have that demand. We want to have that kind of collector's item feel to them. So we will be dropping those early fall. So be ready for that. And it will be on this website here. And she sells all sorts of stuff from the t-shirts that you guys see, the t-shirt that I'm wearing right now. She sells koozies. She sells hoodies that can be customized, decals, you name it. She sells it, coffee mugs, everything, all the way down to like aprons to grill on that I wore today. So hopefully that link will help you out there. Beanies for the winter, I think that would be a very natural fit, especially going with the seasonal drops. So thank you, Steve, for being new to the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel and asking about that. I do appreciate that. Okay. How much did you have to pay for that beard mile? Hey, she just had to pay for it. Me with a smile and love. That's it. Thank you, Bill. All right. And we went from was that 2 Michaels? No, it was Michael R to Michael C.
Yeah, this is Michael. All right. Michael C. Took all advice and watched the Transparency Trim on YouTube for moral support. And I have to say, you were right. Fuller, thicker, and healthier. Don't get me wrong. This caused me so much anxiety that it made my stomach upset. But I feel it was a success. Don't let fear get in the way of doing what's right. Thank you, family, for all the advice and encouragement to do what was needed for a long time now.
Awesome.
All right, let's see what he's talking about.
And again, shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Thank you guys for being here. Even those of you that aren't typing, I just started typing beard to see who's all here. These are people with the start of their name is Beard. Beard Lost, what up, Matt? Beard Tom, Kyle, and Joe. What up, Joe? Bearded Wiley, Beard Swag, Bearded Motivation, Bearded Pampered Chef. We got a lot of bearded in here. But again, I just want to make sure everybody knows we see you, we appreciate you. This show, we just we got a pace we keep with the advice. Oh, Michael Cribbs, Michael C.
All right. Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's the right move, right?
Yes, absolutely. Let me see what we got here. Paul Hype says, want to do a giveaway for an OG camo Dancy hat? I've got so many. Just text me the winner's info and I'll ship it out only if you want to. Absolutely. In honor of the OG Paul Hype Stark here right now. And one of the legends, Michael Swag Cribbs right there. Such an amazing trim. Such a good one. We will definitely do this giveaway. We will 100% make this happen for the stream. I love that. All right. The only challenge with this, all right, I'm going to go with a trivia question for this. I'm going to go with a trivia question for this one because we don't have anything else set up. So we will make this work. Let me think about this real quick as you give some comments on Beard Swag. All right, you with us, man?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to the guys in chat. I can't see my chat today, so that's I'm floating that. No, okay, so you know the first thing, as opposed to our other update trim video, you can, I mean, if you do the glance by, like, you can tell this dude lost. Michael, he committed to a big chunk out of his beard in a way. But what, again, we talk about being purposeful with your styling, and there is, you know, so much transparency is gone. This is like a straight up. I think it goes. I really think when you get back to that, it's a really. And I don't know if it should be, but a healthier look, like a healthy beard. To, you know, even people that don't see beards very much, when you got the game side like that, I think maybe even subconsciously kind of pops out as a healthy beard. So I don't see that he took too much off the, like, you can't see too much of the sides, but by focusing on that transparency, you just got back to the body of the beard. And as you know, you have twin sets, it works every time. You can see literally the beard he has trimmed to was there all the time. It was just kind of overshadowed by some of the transparency.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, guys, please thank you all for the patience. It is breaking up slightly there, Mayor. So we may do an audible. You're fine. We heard it all, but we may do an audible when it's reading. I might just read it just to go through and keep the clarity here. But thank you, Michael C. And I agree. Everything the Mayor said, I doubled down on. Just it was meant to be. This trim needed to happen. It's so well done. It's a strong statement, but it's just a better beard now. I don't mean that in a bad way or to bring down the old beard. It's just a better beard now. It's so nice. Okay. In honor of Paul offering this is the OG, the original Dan C hat. This is the branded Bills camo hat. I actually worked with Gary Lewis on these, and they were sold through Chesapeake. He worked with branded Bills for me. Goodness, exactly. So we're going to do a Dan C original camo hat. Paul has a bunch of them. He actually gave away a bunch of them when we originally sold them. So we are making it roll again here, guys. Super excited. So this is going to be a trivia question. Rules for this trivia question would be, hey, Eric with an A, would be only enter once. You, of course, have to be subscribed. Otherwise, you can't comment, so I don't even need to say that. You got to be, if you're not subscribed and you're watching right now, I'd highly recommend subscribing so you can enter this giveaway for a free hat. And all you're going to do is answer this giveaway question here. Only enter once, and I will say the answer is a one-word answer. One-word answer here, okay? Dan C Bearded camo hat, first one to show up on my screen will get this win for free. Shipped to your house. So cool. Thank you, Paul, for offering that. The question would be, today I did a video on hairspray, and one of the reasons I said you should not use hairspray on your beard is because almost all hairsprays have an ingredient that I named by name, a specific ingredient. What is the ingredient that I really believe you should avoid, especially when it comes to hairspray, even though it comes in many different names? Wow, that's wild. Okay, we do have a winner. We do have a winner here, and it's actually a person whose name was in the video today. He didn't even know I was making the video. That's so crazy. Bill S. Everybody throw a congrats in the chat for Bill S. In the video, I specifically said alcohols, but to be very specific, I said ethanol. You do not want ethanol on your hair. You don't want it on your skin. Stay away from it because of that being in hairspray. And the video was actually created because of Bill S. He sent me a message. And he was like, hey, what do you think about Beard Brand making a video saying people should use hairspray on their beard in the humidity in the summer? I was like, there's no way they actually said that. He sent me the link, and I was baffled. It was a 3-year-old video, so I'd never seen it. I could not believe what I was watching, and I even put his name on screen to throw some shout out to say thank you on that one. So, Bill, get a hold of me. All I need is your government name and your shipping address. I'll get that over to Paul. He'll be sending it from Vegas, and he'll get over to you there. So, man, thank you. That's so funny that he got that, and his name was on the video. So cool. Man, let me see. I don't know if he commented back after that, but that's really cool. And Paul, thank you so much for that really cool idea and in thinking of that for us, man. That's awesome. So cool. All right. And yes, I do have a video on. Hey, Russell. I do have a video, guys, today. It's a really good one. Please check it out if you have not, and especially for new beardsmen. I know when the fall comes around and people are going to be searching that question, hopefully it goes out and helps a few beards. Awesome. All right, Mr. Cribbs, thank you so much for sending that in, man. So good. And I do want to say hello to Betsy. She is watching right now. I don't think she's commented, but I saw when I did the little search thing that she is in here. So hello, Betsy. Thanks for lending us your husband. Okay.
Soup.
All right. So we have David H. These are after a heated brush. Without that, it's really wavy. Hair is pretty thin. If anything, I probably tried too much. Typical day is oil, heat, style. Play with it too much throughout the day. Night shower, wash, condition. If necessary, oil and butter before bed. Goal is an inch or two longer and as clean as possible. Okay. So I think our key here is his goal is an inch or two longer and a clean beard. So we got to keep that in mind with our advice. He wants longer, but he wants it to be clean. All right, longer but clean. And thank you guys for being here again. As always, you never know when those random giveaways pop up too. Okay, here we go. David H. All right, inch or two longer, and he wants to keep it clean. Now, what did he say? He said pretty much he plays with it too much. All that stuff. Pretty much what we got here. Mayor, what's your instinct? What's your first thoughts when you see David that he wants to go an inch or two longer and he wants a clean beard?
All right. So I know audio is weird. So Dan, if I start like chopping out, just give me a thumbs down and I'll be quiet. But
okay.
For what I saw with David is a very great beard, amazing color. I think there's maybe still, even though I know he wants to go longer, but I think there's about a half inch there. Maybe there could be transparency, possibly improved with a little transparency trim. And then the only other thing that I really personally would look at is looking at the fade into the bald. Like that spot isn't an OFI or an opportunity. In my personal opinion, I would have either do it yourself or have somebody fade it up a little bit. Other than that, great beard.
Yeah, I agree. I do think that, David, you will want to do little trims along the bottom. As the mayor said exactly right, is just a little transparency trim. That just comes with the process. If you're going to go an inch or two more, you said you wanted a clean beard. That transparency trim is going to be key in keeping it clean, as you say. So just simply along the bottom, and hey, Dave is in here. Thanks, Dave. I would just simply, as you go through, just a little bit more here. I mean, and we could give the easy answer, right? The easy answer is just let it grow and then trim later, right? We know that. We understand that that's always possible, right? We could say, David, just let it grow out. But if we said that on every beard advice entry, we wouldn't have a show. That would be a very, very boring and predictable and not valuable show. Our value comes in being real, being specific to the goals that you have given us. Fantastic beard, but you want to go longer, you want to go cleaner, okay? I would simply go down with that bottom here. I think SDZ brings up a great point. If you do want to go longer, you want to kind of bring out the sides as well. We want to stay away from doing anything here. I don't know if you're trimming Dave on the side, but you want to stay away from there. And then the only thing I would add in, and a couple of guys threw this out in the chat here, is since you said you wanted a clean beard, I would go with a mare type approach to cleaning up the cheek lines. I'd love to see you put some oil and get a razor. And if you notice here, you got like a little bump, right? And normally I'd say, hey, no problem, no worries there. But when your emphasis and your goal was to be clean, I would just clean up that cheek line just a little bit. And I would do that with some beard oil and a little razor so you can see that line and go through. That's something that the mayor talks about quite often.
Yep. And then my wife, Betsy, was just telling me I needed to hit that again. So I think I'm due again. And actually, Dan, I don't know if you knew this, but when we're doing our trip to Jamaica, we're doing a vow renewal too. So
I did know that.
She's been telling me about how I need to look for that. Just like when we got married the first time. Not much has changed in that regard.
Well, you better not touch the beard. That's that
No,
to renew the vows. That this is the you. This is your soul.
Well, I did just clean up. I did a hard line recently.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay. All right. And awesome. I know a lot of you have been getting in your Command Mac from the Bearded Mac. I think people say, I think I say things in like a sales way. No, it really is one of the most unique scents you'll ever find in beard care. The Carrier blend is one of the most unique that you can find in beard care. It's just a fantastic combination of the Bearded Mac and then the scent profile that I created. So if you guys have gotten it, I hope you've enjoyed it. It's definitely unique. It's definitely an interesting scent. I love it. You're welcome, Dave. All right, Ron C. Everybody knows Ron. You'll see in a second if you didn't know. I've been growing my beard for 2.5 years come August, and as you can see, I have some transparency at the bottom of my beard. I did a small trim to try and even my beard out and address some of the transparency, but it's still bothering me, even though it's better than I have had than it was. I've started taking vitamin gummies, biotin, hoping to make it thicker at the bottom. And this is a key thing here, guys. Let me start by saying this. Biotin in vitamins and gummies is not going to help transparency. It's going to make your beard healthier. It's going to make your beard grow faster. But with that, the transparency comes in play because some part of your beard is growing faster than the other parts. When you add in biotin, when you add in vitamins, everything grows faster. So that area that was transparent and was longer is going to continue to go longer. It is going to continue to go through and make it thicker. So I want to say that, Ron, I'm glad you're taking biotin. I'm glad you're taking those vitamins, but it will never, ever make the underbeard catch up with the front beard where that transparency comes in. So just keep that in mind there. I'm so glad you put that line in there. I'm happy to address it. Hey, Steven, has anyone ever got their cheek lines threaded? I've actually thought about that. You know, when you go to the mall and they use the thread to like do eyebrows, I don't know. I've never heard of it, but it's an interesting thought. Mayor, take one for the team.
Oh, that they'd have to be the right reason to do that.
A video.
What do they do when they thread? Like, how does that actually work? Though I know.
So they they twist it and they grab the hair and they like pluck it out.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, Ron, super big point there. Super happy to be able to go over that. And things I can do to help the appearance. Okay, my goal is to have the longest, healthiest beard possible. Okay, so keep in mind, guys, 2.5 years of growth here. 2.5 years of growth here. And everybody knows Ron. I don't know if Ron is in here right now. Let me check if he is in here. All right, let me tag Ron. All right, there we go. Okay. Here is Ron. And this is, again, 2.5 years worth of growth. This is far beyond the commitment that most beardsmen take. Most beardsmen do not go 2.5 years. They go to a year. They trim after that, right? They got a lot going on. So that's a lot of beard, man. This is some fantastic color. It got the head hair, got everything going with it. But there is a lot of transparency here. Your beard is very uneven. And I always preface this. Some of you are probably sick of me saying this, but I just want to make sure I'm clear. I don't say that in a bad way. Everyone gets defensive, gets personal with it. Different parts of beards grow at different lengths. My beard, the mayor's beard, everybody's beard. It doesn't matter who you are. Nobody's beard grows uniformly. It is just simply nature. It's just how it grows. So Ron, of course, you want to do whatever you can to be happy in what you think is the best. But here is going to be my advice. I want a big trim. You have a pretty wicked French fork going on for like 5-6 inches, which comes with growing. My French fork starts below there. So you got me beat. You're doing well. I really like that you included this side beard shot because you can really see how long and wispy these boys are down here. Look at your chin. It goes out right here. And then if you do a squint test, it pretty drastically cuts off at that point. So you do have a lot of uneven growth and you do have a lot of transparency, which is where it's going to be at 2.5 years, no matter how much you want it to grow even. Now, a lot of guys have given this advice and I agree with it. I'm going to start with, and you can go back and take off more later. The side beard makes you want to go more off. But where I would start with is where several people, Paul said it, James said it, I would go at the top of the pocket as your guidance. And I would do a little rounded trim, just like mine there, as it goes through. Just do that simple rounded trim, okay? Ron, right here, man. If you need me to send you a picture and put that line in there, I would be happy to do that. What that's going to do is that's really going to close out that French fork. It's going to close out a ton of that transparency, and it's going to look awesome. It really, really is going to look awesome as go along there. Now, you do have some options here. You do have some options. Vado says a flat line would look better than a round in his opinion. For me personally, I would go with the round, but that's just my personal preference. I'm not a fan of that flat line. I think that when you add that roundness to it, you add some purpose to it. People see that and they know that there's style to it. They know that there's care to it. So I would go with a round one. Okay. I'm gonna read some comments here real quick, then kick it over to the mayor. Molly says, doing a transparency trim 1 to 2 months will keep the beard from growing out uneven. Absolutely. And Paul says, trimming at the top of the pocket line will make the beard look so much thicker, then keep growing. Exactly. And when we say these trims, it's not to leave your beard at that point. It is to get your beard set up to grow longer in the future. Absolutely. Yeah, Ron, if you could, my friend, send me the front picture on Instagram. I'll edit it up and I'll send it back to you. All right, Mayor, I know I had a mouthful there, but what are your thoughts?
I always hesitate. He's in a different league than I. He's playing. He's in the big beard league, and I'm just working my way up to the minors. But I still have to agree. I focus on the word healthy, and if you want your beard to look healthy, I think Dan is giving you some great advice with that cleanup trim. Literally, you haven't, a beard that hasn't been trimmed in 2.5 years is going to do its own thing. And if we're looking for a healthy beard, then I think it's time to just kind of even it out and let, get more balance and keep going for growth. But wow, 2.5 years, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, that is super, super cool. And guys, I just want to say thank you for the patience. I have some slow speeds going on my side too right now. So the whole stream may be going a little bit lower. That's just the beauty of being on vacation, but I think it's working out well. So hopefully you guys are still rolling with us there. But Ron, super cool one. This might be if you go with the advice, of course you don't have to, but if you go with the advice, this might be the biggest trim in Beard Advice Live history. Can you think of anything bigger, Mayor?
No, this is big. This is epic.
Yeah, that's for sure. So keep us posted, Ron. Super excited for that update. All right, let's see our next one here. Alex G. Now, Alex says, just looking for general advice. I do have some acne under my beard, but nothing too bad. Anything helps. P.S. I have no balm in and didn't use my heated brush because I did not go out today. Okay. Awesome. So he did update. So the pictures he's talking about is on the right here, where no balm, no heated brush. On the left is a more dialed in beard with balm, with heat, and that was at a wedding. So he does have a little bit more on the heat and stuff there. And we got PNG in the chat right now. So Mayor, I'm going to kick it to you. Let me pop back one more time for the text here. Just looking for general advice. What are your thoughts on his beard? Some beard acne maybe going on. I can handle that part too if you'd like. But what's your advice, Mayor?
All right. So looking at the beard, I love I don't think it's time. I don't really see any areas that need a real trim. Any kind of transparency we see in the two bigger pictures are probably just can be easily evened out with some styling. As far as acne and getting that, we've talked about this before. It's a pretty normal thing. A lot of times that is maybe a reaction to a certain carrier oil and one of the beard oils you're using or something like that, clogging your pores, and the pore can't do its thing and it backs up. So I would say be mindful of what oils you're using. Usually there's not too many differences, but certain brands might types of oil might make you get that acne, and it's really not hard. If a day later you're breaking out, that's one that's probably not good for you or your skin, and just try something else. I love your beard. I think it's got, it could go a lot bigger if you wanted it to, but you could also, it has a very sharp, distinct look, and I don't really see anything. I mean, maybe, you're kind of highlighting, do we need a transparency trim? I don't know if you couldn't brush that out or blow that out one way or the other, and have it pretty much even out with that coarse, really thick hair. It takes a while to grow in the first place. I'm hesitant to suggest any kind of trim.
Yeah, absolutely. And PNG says, any oil recommendation? Any oil recommendation would be any of my affiliates I stand by that have great comedogenic scale ratings. They're not going to clog your pores. You just really got to find what works best for you. If you have oily skin, you might want to go with a thinner oil. If you have dry skin, you may want to go with a thicker oil. And then, as a couple of people said, you want to make sure you follow a good wash rotation. That's extremely important. I'm going to give you 3 key things, Alex, if you're experiencing that acne. Number 1 is have a great wash rotation. Maybe it means you need to wash more. Wash every day if that's the case. Number 2 is you need to exfoliate. Get that comb that you have in the picture down to the skin. Really make sure you're getting that comb into the skin and clearing out those pores. And then number 3 is make sure you're drinking enough water. I have a beard detox video that talks about the process of drinking water, literally cleansing your pores and making that natural process happen. So those would be my 3 things for sure. And Hype says most people, even when they think they're being conservative, are using too much oil. And that's very true. With a beard your size, you should only be using a quarter dropper. If you have crazy dry skin, maybe a half dropper, but you don't want to use too much. And again, 100% make sure you are washing your beard. And I do have a beard acne video. I do have a beard exfoliation, deep exfoliation video. All those will help out as well. And yeah, and you for sure, Ken's exactly right. You don't need much balm or anything after that length. Recently got a shampoo brush and I'm using the shower. Good. I would look for even more deep exfoliation. Those shower brushes can do a good job on kind of like a low surface level. But if you want to get a deep exfoliation, it has to happen out of the shower and then with a rigid comb, something that's going to be hard. A wood comb like you have in the picture there should be perfectly fine. So yeah, that would be the advice for the beard side. I have nothing for you, my friend. Your beard looks really dialed in. I don't have any areas. I wouldn't tell you to trim. I wouldn't tell you to do anything. It looks great. It really does look great. Cool. All right, everybody with us? Everything rolling there? I know we probably have a little bit of choppiness here and there, but hopefully you guys are doing well here. All right. Cool. Thank you, Alex. Clean and stylish. I agree. All right, we have Luis. Lewis or Luis? What do you got there, Mary? Is that Lewis or Luis?
Lewis.
Okay, Lewis. 26, current routine is oil, blow dry, heated comb, followed by, interesting. So he's using blow dry and heated comb. I wonder if it's like me where he's dialing in certain spots with the heated comb. My goal is to get a bit more length, and just any advice for protecting my beard as I commute on a motorcycle and feel that it dries out. And often even with quite a religious routine. Okay, all right. So motorcycle dries out, got it. And then just kind of general advice on the beard. So I'll kick it over to you, Mayor, on the general advice on the beard. Do you have anything to offer for trimming, styling, adjusting? Lewis, love the haircut, by the way, man. That looks like a $100 haircut. And then, Mayor, I'll handle the advice for the motorcycle after.
All right. So as far as trimming, first of all, I love this beard. The reddish, just like really well taken care of. I think you honestly got a great technique on your straightening. I want to just give you props for that. I think you're doing a great job with that. The only little thing that I would even kind of mention is it's just like me right here. I get a little bit of an outcropping or whatever. Right there at the nape of is it the nape? I don't know. It's where the corner where my jaw meets my neck. You might want to just make that line a little cleaner. That would be my only thing. As far as trimming, styling, I admire your work, honestly. I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah, I agree with everything the mayor said there. I'm 100% on board with. As far as the motorcycle, you can embrace it. And you can, when you get to the next thing, and I was just going to hit what Paul and a couple others said this too, is when you get to your destination, you can put some water on it, spruce it up, a little bit of butter, a little bit of oil. But one of the ways is a bandana to cover the beard. It can be, somebody else said, a gaiter. All those things can, Brian Carter said, if you can cover the beard loosely, not super tight, that's going to help out a lot. It's going to really protect from the wind that's going to be going in. It's going to really just kind of lock it in. You don't want to get anything that's going to cause dents or waves or anything like that. But just put, like a little gaiter, put on there a loose fitting bandana, something that's going to stay on, but kind of protect your beard from the wind at the same time. So that Paul said, yeah, gaiter, that's the name. Dumb me said stretchy bandana. We got you. I bet you there's some stretchy bandanas out there. So too funny. All right, man. Thank you for sending in, Lewis. That's awesome. All right, let me see if my guests are here. We might have to save it for another week. Of course they're not. Of course they're not. Hello, Bearded Wolf. I see you in there, my friend. All right. Let's see the next one. Yeah, absolutely, Weatherbeard. That could be a good one. All right, Flag. So Flag is an OG. Flag, I knew about Flag before I even had a channel. He would interact on like the Beard Brand live streams and different things, and has always had a legendary beard and was, I believe, one of my first subscribers. Flag, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've had to be subscribed for at least 2.5, almost 3 years now, I would imagine. But Flag says, I'm 20 years old. Keep that in mind, 20 years old. Currently working on a year and about 5 months in. This dude has crazy growth. Fair warning, everybody. And I just wanted general guidance and maintenance as I'm growing my beard out. I've grown it longer before, but generally stick to short styles. I have pretty decent coverage. That's putting it lightly. But my left side is a little bit weaker and thins out more towards the bottom when it gets longer. I suspect this could be a styling issue, probably. My beard stops right where my head connects to my neck, so I don't want any support. So I don't have many supporting actors. Regardless, I'm still pretty happy with the overall thickness. Also, I keep my mustache trimmed and out of my mouth to keep it from getting wispy. Okay, right now I just use oil and butter, and I've attached some photos. Awesome. All right, let's see what you got, Flag, here. Beautiful. So first thing when I see this is like, man, that's a lot of dark hair. That is like the head hair, wrap it into the beard. And Flag, I think Molly will probably leave a comment. My first bit of advice is, and I don't know if you're open to this, but I would love to see some kind of haircut. I would love to see you go shorter on the sides here so we can just kind of separate the head hair from the beard, just because your head hair and your beard are so dark. They're the same color. It just looks like one complete, I don't know what it would be, like cycle there. I would love to get a little bald fade or something on the sides to kind of separate that. I think that would look fantastic. But other than that, when you said that you have decent coverage, goodness, come on, my man, you got way more than decent coverage. It looks great. What you're doing for me right now is working out really, really well. I'm gonna kick it to the mayor to see. He said, I'm going for a haircut tomorrow. Yeah, he's only 20 years old, you guys. 20 years old. 20. Flag, I would highly recommend doing something, if you can tell your barber, a fade, a something right here, right about halfway. You see where this hair swoops over? Let's separate the haircut and let's separate the beard. All right, Mayor?
All right. First of all, I'm kind of in awe. Like you want to talk about a thick business beard. That thickness is rarely attained at this size of a beard, straight up. So props to that. As far as one of the, I agree with Dan that a shorter haircut and a little fade up into it would help the overall pop on it. But one of the things I just want to throw out there is a problem that I have. You mentioned that your left side is a little weaker. I suspect if you're like me, that's where you sleep. That's the side you sleep on. I for a long time had this like dent right here in my beard, and it was the way I held my pillow. The one corner just jabs in there all night and kind of phases in. And if it's something that's bothering you, I think that you can try to adjust the way you sleep, although it may not be worth it. And then just heat targeted heat to style past that has helped me a bunch. I spent a lot of time undoing these, especially nights when I'm sleeping really heavy. But I suspect that might be something that's going on there, a similar situation, and just something to be aware of, to look out for if you're laying down on that side or whatever.
For sure, I agree. And Flag, if you have not caught it, please search after the show, Dancy Bearded Uneven Beard Growth. And I go through that video. I say things like the mayor said, are you sleeping on it strange? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? I think it could help you guys out there. But yeah, man, legendary genetics. That is so, so good. And everybody kind of agrees with the fade. If you could go with a little pomp, the hair could really, really bring out the beard, man. You've got some great genes and some great possibilities there. But yeah, I'm more so on the haircut than the beard. Just let it go. All right. Jason D, back on the show again. He said, the power of a white shirt is amazing. In a dark shirt, I would not immediately think of a transparency trim. However, the white shirt is slight trim. Do you concur? So that's the main basis of this, Maris, if we think it's time for a trim. Also, do you see any other areas that need adjusting, or just keep on keeping on? No specific goals. He just wants to kind of look the best he can as he goes through. Okay. Jason says, that is me. All right, it's loading here, guys. This is like the old school internet. When you're trying to pull up a picture and it gets to loading. That is too funny. All right.
Worth the wait, though, guys.
Yes. Yeah, it is worth. This is like kind of dramatic. And we get to see that mustache, right?
So
we get to see
I've got it loaded up for me if you want me to talk about it. Like this is like a 1-2 punch with how you arrange this in here, Dan. Because talk about this like thick bird. If it was Thursday, it'd be thick beard Thursday, but it's only Wednesday, so I don't know if anything rhymes with that. But great, fantastic beard. Would you call that's the lazy? It's not really a lazy walrus. It's a great handlebar mustache, light amount of wax, I think. And as far as the transparency trim, which is what you were kind of saying and asking about, I think you gotta. I mean, you could for sure. The sides maybe show a little better, but you could definitely consider it. But you might want to. I would be more like around Halloween. I think you'd be about ready for that more, personally.
For sure. All right, I tried to reload here. Let's see if we are okay. All right, Jason D. And we are towards the end of the show, too. And guys, I do sincerely appreciate you being patient with us here. I believe this will be the last time that the show is not ran from the studio. So thank you so much. I don't know if I think it's just like the rain kicking in and stuff right now as we're going through. So Jason, man, truly, truly epic beard. If we wanted to get nitpicky and really kind of dive in and really look to make some changes, I think you could. All right. I think that there could be a trim there, but I don't think it is necessary. I don't think that that's something that we have to do. All right. So, you guys, am I still with us, Mayor?
Yeah, you're with us for sure. It's just it's the pictures, which that's not. You're right. It's by the store.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a bubble with a light on me, and then everybody can see me, but I can't see them.
Yeah.
Is that how you feel when you do you probably can't see people walking by you too much when you do it outside?
Oh, no, I do. Campground people are very, very loud humans. Very loud. Yeah, I don't know if you're as, but I just kind of get in the zone and I don't even think about it. I don't even really consider it at all. I really just zone out. It's just kind of my thing as we go through. All right, let me try one thing real quick, guys. All right, bear with me. I'm probably going to pop off the screen here, but I'm going to see if I can make a switch real quick.
Mobile shows. Yeah, we're trying, though. I wonder, I do have an idea.
Okay.
I have an idea, too, Dan.
All right.
How'd you do that?
I think I'm here.
Yeah, you're here, and it popped up beautifully.
Okay, good. All right, we are rolling, everybody. The glamp ground people. Yeah. It is glamping. There's no doubt about that. But yes. All right. So here's Jason. Okay. Do I think that he needs to have the beard trim? No, I don't think so. If you put my beard under a white shirt, it is going to look way worse than this. Way worse than his beard. I think you are doing fantastic. That is one of the most legendary mustaches I have ever seen. And I don't say that lightly. Absolutely legendary mustache. So no, I do not think that you need any kind of trim. I think just keep on keeping on, and you now know. You know what to do, man. You're crushing it. It looks awesome. Randall says, save some for the rest of us. Right. All right. Any giveaways tonight? Glenn, you missed a Dancy bearded hat giveaway. I don't have it on, but a classic Dancy camo hat. We did give one of those away tonight. So you missed it. You never know what comes up. Could be more. Who knows? But yeah, looks good. Mayor, any final words for Jason?
Epic, thick beard. Like, could be in the dictionary under thick beard. Well, that would be so that wouldn't work. But awesome beard. Love it. Love the handle. Just fits. Just that you're talking about dialed in, balanced. You're there.
And if you guys don't know, Jason has been on the show at least once before, I believe maybe twice before this point. So he is a veteran of the show. He's someone that's taken our advice, listened to the advice, and hey, the proof is in the pudding. That's all I got to say is truly fantastic. All right, Tyler D. I just want to start by thanking you guys. Thank you. I've attached a picture of my goal, and then I'm looking for advice on how to get to the goal. All right. He gives some of his routine here, and I just put that in case we need to come back and check on it. But let's see what he has as compared to his goal. All right. Tyler. All right. Thank you for sending it in, Tyler, by the way. Love the red beard. Different color beards just fascinate me. I think it's so cool that we have so many different kinds of beards, so many different colors of beards. It's just really awesome. All right, so Tyler, great beard. Goal is in the middle. Mayor, got it up. Got any thoughts on how he can achieve his goal? What the plan of attack would be?
Well, it looks like, mustache has got to be an area of focus. The goal in the middle has let this kind of like the corner of the mouth down grow longer. So that's going to be, he's got like a straight, easy for me to say. Goldbeard has kind of embraced that whole, like, almost like his beard literally like connect. Like, this guy might not even have a neck, or his neck would be like that thin. He has like this like covering of his neck. Tyler's beard at this time is, very much more. You can still see the shape of his face and things like that. This is going to be a long time to get to that style, but I think it's doable for sure. And I love his hair. I think his hair works with it. Red hair is a little more, it takes a little more work, but I think it's worth it too. It's like a beautiful woman. You got to work a little harder, but, and by that, I mean, it's a little bit more sensitive, right? It doesn't quite have the coating that some of the other hairs do, but goal is attainable. Definitely no trim. When we get down to that length, maybe a little heat's going to help you get to that goal a little faster. And that's about it for me. Yeah,
I agree. Tyler, you have a fantastic beard. If you were to say, hey, just give us general advice, I'd say you're killing it, man. It looks great. But to be specific about the goal beard is it's now going to be about growing into it and then shaping it, because you are going to need to shape it. The main differences is going to be, you see how his beard in the middle on the goal, let me get my pointer out, is he has a square chin, and then it's pretty much going straight back. Yours is much more curved and much more diagonal going back towards your neck. You're going to want to let that side come down and start to get more parallel with the ground rather than going with that diagonal. Now, that's just going to take time. The mustache, as the mayor said, just let that puppy go. You cannot touch the mustache. Cannot touch the mustache. Let it grow, and then we will chisel it in as it gets a little bit longer. So, Tyler, if you could, I would say in 3 months, maybe 2 if you have some really great growth, but 2 to 3 months, report back to us, and then we'll establish a plan on how you can start shaping that beard. But right now, it's just, I hate to say it, but it's just let it grow. You don't want to touch it or do anything right now. That's about it.
That is
a great beard, man.
That's a pretty unique goal beard, isn't it, Dan? With that, yeah. I don't know that I've seen one like that it's like they even all around. I don't know, Tyler, like if that, I might suggest you consider somewhere in between where you're at and your goal rather than the goal style. I feel like that would be super annoying for shirts and things like that at that length. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Absolutely. And hello, everybody. Hello, Ray. Hello, Caleb. I know a couple people said coming in late. That's all right. We'd like you anytime. And Jason, awesome, man. Thank you. Absolutely. I'm going to have to start writing some of these down. Actually, no, I'm not going to be able to write it down because I don't even know where my phone is right now. But what we're going to do is if you do win, you got to reach out to me. If you forget to reach out to me, you're just not going to get the prize. And I will remember who it is. I should probably find my phone after this, though. That's kind of scary. But that's okay. I will have it. So we're going to give away 2 aprons from the Beauty and the Beard. I can't even show you a picture right now because their shop is on break. And, of course, you're not going to receive these until more later on. Oh, yeah, Bill, make sure you email me your name and your shipping address. Okay. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Mayor, how was I know you guys flew as the family, which doesn't happen a crazy amount of times. How was that experience?
It was our first COVID flight. So masks on as we got in the airport. It was interesting. We flew from Flint to Charlotte, North Carolina first, and that was my first time at Charlotte airport. You could just tell, just like everything right now, they had like half of the people they needed really to keep the airport clean and keep everything. We stand in line at the airport Starbucks with it being closed for an hour with like people were inside kind of warming up, and I was kind of really hoping like gonna get her coffee because I think Ma needed her coffee or everything was going downhill, but people kept dropping out of the line and we hung in there because we would have been standing waiting for our plane anyways, and we were like the second people in that Starbucks when it opened, and we got her their coffee, got on the plane, and everybody was happy. But there's always, flying is hard because there's so many variables, so many things out of your control, but we made it here.
Good. Yeah, flying with a family is hard. I think individual, it's like you'd be breezing, caking through, but when you add kids in and a stressed wife, whoo, that's when it hits. And I'm just speaking for my stressed wife.
Oh, well, I got saying, I feel you, man, for sure.
Yes.
All
right.
Be happy and get there.
So this is going to be a trivia giveaway again, and it's going to give away 2 of these aprons, courtesy of Jason. Thank you, Jason. And how it's going to work is it's going to be same rule as before, only one answer. It is a 1-word answer again, and I'm going to take the first 2 people that get it right. So even if you see someone that has it right, you might want to still go through with your answer because I'm going to take the first 2 people on my screen, okay? Only answer once, and can only go by the order on my screen here. I recently had a video that was titled "The Missing Part of Your Beard Routine." What is the 1 word that I emphasize that I believe, at least prior to the video, that a lot of guys are missing with their routine? 1 word. What is the missing step or the rushed or the overlooked step in this routine? All right, we do have our 2 correct answers. They were not the first ones, but the correct answer is the missing step in your routine is tension. Tension. Some of you got to go back and watch my videos. Is tension here. So tater salad, please reach out to me. The contact information is in the description. Dan C. Bearded on Instagram or Dan_command@yahoo.com. And then the second one is the fat bearded lady, aka Andy. So everybody throw a congrats in the chat for fat bearded lady. Throw a congrats in the chat for tater salad. Oh man, right after that, my boy Ron was super close. And a lot of you were just wrong. Many of you were wrong after that one. So yeah, you guys got to study for the test. You gotta prepare for the test. So Andy and Tomater, reach out to me with your government name and your shipping address, and I will get those shipped out to you. And when I say I, probably Sam C. But it won't be till next week, probably mid next week. Don't expect this for at least a week to receive it. It'll probably be a good 10 to 14 days. So patience on it, but we will get some aprons out to you guys. And we got a DNC hat going. So we didn't even have any giveaways planned, and we got 3 from community members that have happened. So thank you, Robert. Or not Robert. Thank you, Jason. Seriously appreciate it. So thank you. All right. And yeah, guys, always got to study. And yes, always include your favorite dinosaur, please. All right. Joshua. All right. So this is another one where, and he's in the chat right now. I saw Joshua earlier. Joshua, drop a comment for us. He did his routine, and then he also has his morning and his going to bed. And this is in here in case we need to reference back to it. Okay. So keep that in mind, guys. My workout week is the same, but instead of washing my face and beard with Kalamazoo, I use beard wash. Okay. I do a deep conditioner, hot oil treatment. I'm trying to get my sideburns to connect to my chin and stash. I'm also trying to figure out a way to keep my stash flat. I tried everything. Wax won't work. So if you see anything I need to do, please let me know. All right. So Joshua is here. Thank you, Joshua. New subscriber to the channel, I believe, too. So I'm glad he was able to jump over here. And I think he's just looking for general advice. He wants some advice on his mustache. He wants some advice on growth. Really anything that we can give him to help out his beard as we go through. So, Mayor, right off the bat, thoughts, advice, and whenever you're ready to kick it to me, kick it.
All right. So, Joshua, I was, trying to think about this. I think just like in life, a lot of things we have different skills. You have a slower growth pattern. I think there's an epic beard in there, but I think it's a grind for you. It's coming in a little patchy. It's gonna thicken up. You got to grind it out and stick with time. I don't see, obviously you can't. We've seen guys where they can't grow hair. And you've got the mustache. You've got it coming in here. It's just with African American beard styles, the grind is like 3 times as long. Just because they curl up, and to fill out is a lot more work. I think the beard's there. I just think it's not coming fast and easy like we would like it to. But, in life, the things that come fast and easy tend to go out the same way. And I think you're going to earn that beard, and it's going to be epic when you come back and share it with us too. But he did ask, and Dan, you can maybe touch this in your chat. He mentioned Kalamazoo. Is that it's like a wash or an oil? Because that's where I went to college, but I wasn't familiar with any kind of connection to the beard world.
So Kalamazoo is a beard wash by Lush. Do you know the company Lush in the mall?
Yeah.
So it's an all-natural wash. It's actually really good, but 2 things to note about the Kalamazoo Lush. One is it really is all natural, so it spoils and goes bad very quickly. So if you get it, do not baby it. Use that boy. I think it's like a pineapple scent. I've had it a couple times. It's great, but it's going to go bad quickly. And then secondly, it's very expensive for what it is. So it's a great product, but it's going to go bad, and it is expensive. So just something to kind of weigh the pros and cons there. Joshua, man, I think you got a super stylish beard. I think it really fits in with your look, the glasses, the hat, the style. I love it. And I really mean this. It's just going to get better with time. I really, really mean that. I know it's probably not what you want to hear. I know that's frustrating. I know it sounds like a generic answer, but it will get better with time. And while it's getting better with time, you're rocking the heck out of it, man. I seriously think that this is a great look for you. As the mayor said, you have the hairs there, right? You're concerned about your mustache, but it's going to fill in. Emo! What's up, Emo? It's going to fill in. You're using the Rogaine or the minoxidil. Keep that up. You might want to look at things like castor oil and peppermint oil. Do that mix. Maybe if you want to get real crazy, create a blend of yourself where it's castor oil, rice bran oil, and then 3% peppermint oil. Maybe go with 50% castor, go 47% rice bran, and then 3% peppermint. That could be a really nice blend for you. And just keep it up. As the mayor said too, when you have African-American beards, there are some unique challenges because of that curl pattern that's going on. I would keep doing what you're doing. I wouldn't try to do anything too crazy with heat. Right now, I would make sure you're exfoliating, drinking water. You have your routine dialed in, man. You really care about what you're doing. You really have the process done that you can see over here. You're doing great. I really do not, and I hate these ones where I don't have any advice, but sometimes that's just how the cards play. I don't have any advice for you other than please keep staying with the channel. Please keep caring about your beard. But know that you are your worst critic, right? You are your worst critic. I think it looks great, and it literally will get better with time. It literally will get better with time. He says, no, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. It was the worst before I discovered you. Hey, man, that's super cool. I'm glad that the channel has helped you out. I appreciate all your interactions, man. Just keep at it, and I think like I said, you're a newer subscriber, so all those things are going to just compound and get better and better and better. So awesome, man. Seriously cool. And if you are a new subscriber or a new viewer out there, email beardadvicelive@gmail.com. It's free. We don't charge anything at all, literally nothing. And we will give you this advice on trimming, on styling, on doing nothing. All that, man, it looks really, really good. Really good. Okay. Is that our last one? Nope. Oh, Maximus. Nice. All right. Maximus says, I noticed that since oiling, buttering, balming, my beard has gotten a lot straighter, but it still tends to curve one way or the other, and even a little Jafar curl at the bottom. With the length getting longer, I was wondering if you have some advice on that level. All right. Okay, nice. Super unique beard. Man, that's really cool. So he's saying that it is going from one side or the other as it gets longer, and Jafar, of course, being the reference to Aladdin there, unless I'm wrong. Mayor, do you have anything on this one? What are your thoughts on it?
I feel like it just might be the natural day-to-day might be kind of messing with, when you move your head and you hit your chest with the length. I was wondering, would you consider a mustache wax at this point if you're trying to get that super, super point? Would that be something we would consider?
Yeah, that could do it, especially because with the shape of the facial hair there's not a ton of body to it, right? It's not something that has a lot of body. Tons of character for sure. You could definitely experiment with some wax. Maximus, I'm going to throw a curveball at you and throw a suggestion out there that I think could look pretty cool, especially if you keep growing it longer. What if we get a beard clip or a beard bead down at the bottom? What that's going to do is that's going to bring some weight to your beard. All right, and Maximus is here. That's going to bring some weight to that beard. That's going to bring some weight to the hair, which will just very simply will straighten it out. It's going to be like having when you go fishing and having a weight at the bottom. And I think it's going to double down on the character, double down on the purposefulness. Somebody will think like that dude really, really wants his beard to be unique, wants it to stand out. You could absolutely braid your beard into a clip or a beard bead at the bottom. That I think is, you got really cool levels right now, but I think that would be like boom, 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 would take it up a couple of notches. Jack has talked about wanting to throw a clip or a bead in there. Hey, I think if you could find a bead that does clip and clamp on, especially if you got a braid going into it, whoo, now we're talking about something really cool, really unique. I've attempted to braid it. Okay, all right. Yeah, I would. And it probably is going to need a little bit more body to it to braid. I don't know if there's enough hair right there to really pull off the braid right now, but you don't need any more body to put in a beard clip. You just got to find the right ones. And I am not an expert on beard clips, so your searches would probably be as good as mine. And I don't like saying that. I like to know things, being the beard guy, but I don't know much about beard clips. But I do know that one would be awesome to throw that, to get the direction, to get the weight, and again, just adding a little bit more character. I agree with Joshua. It gives you that Viking beard look. That could be really cool. Really cool. Thoughts, man?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can do a lot with that. I think you could probably do a clip nice because it's no commitment, right? You're just clipping in and out. You could, but also, if you just want to go for the clean, maybe try some of the stronger whole mustache wax too. Yeah, there's a lot of potential there. Very, super unique beard. Very, very much a beard, though. I'm glad you sent in and asked.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Molly's right. They probably have just the very simple like butterfly clips at a beauty store, but I'm talking like straight up Viking beard beads, Viking beard clips. I think that would look really sweet. Really sweet. So awesome. Um, Tell him he's not allowed to shave it off for cosplay anymore. Well, that's a given. He's a member of this channel. He's a member of this community now. No more shaving off for cosplay. Let's just go Jafar for every single cosplay outfit. Yep, every single cosplay outfit. Vado says, "Would you rather shave or watch the whole Star Wars saga?" It's a big moment in my life. Either way, Vado, I would rather watch the whole Star Wars saga than shave. I can answer that honestly. Mm-hmm. And that's a big leap. That's a big leap for me. Okay. And we have everybody here. All right. Let me see. No, we had another guest that was supposed to come on. I'm going to save it for another week because it's kind of funny and interesting, but they never showed up. That's okay. That's all right. It's definitely a different kind of show tonight. So we will be back in studio next week, guys. No worries on that one. Final anything, Mr. Mary, got any thoughts, any comments for the people?
I appreciate you guys sticking with us tonight. Not our studio level show, but we love doing this, and we hope you guys too understand, everything on my choppy words or whatever. But thank you for joining us. Beard Advice Live, we felt like it couldn't wait. We love doing it. We want to be here. Love that you guys are here. So thank you so much. And Facebook group Command's Corner, if you haven't joined, consider it. It is awesome. It's not for everybody, but if you like beards, I think you might like it.
Yeah, thank you guys again so much. It kills me when it's a different setting or something's not working right. But you guys are the real ones. You guys are the heart and soul of this channel, this stream especially. So thank you for sending in. Thank you for being open to advice. Thank you for giving advice in the chat. So awesome. Again, I got some bangers of videos coming out. Reminder, I do have that Instagram Detroit Grooming exclusive giveaway. And if you guys want to be one of the 100 people that get the collab pack, it goes on sale 8 a.m. Eastern on Friday. DNC10 is your discount for 10% off. It's going to be 10 or not 10 bucks. I think it's like 60 or something. It's going to be a decent savings for you guys on that pack. So other than that, thank you so much. Everybody have a great rest of your week. I hope to see you in the comment section of the videos. Some of you kept getting those answers wrong. You got to go watch those videos, all right? I'm watching. I'm remembering who got them wrong. But other than that, appreciate you guys.